Hey, Bryce Tubbs here. I'm just sitting inside of my car in between. Today's Sunday, so I was going from Best Buy to Barnes & Noble's, and then I decided to go and stop for some Chipotle. But let's talk about what is some freelance bookkeepers advice. Okay, so where to focus when you're first starting. Now, this is a really important topic because most people, including myself, you don't really think about the right activities when you're first starting. So 7 years ago when I was first starting, I was thinking like, where are my clients? Where are my clients hiding? And that would lead to a lot of overwhelm. And it would lead to me like, I would be like spazzing out during the day. I'd be like trying to look on Google or like cold calling people. And then I would just get so overwhelmed that I would just end up going like grocery shopping. Like, did I need to go grocery shopping? No, it was just, I would just want to basically do escape tactics, and I would just kind of like go, right? But instead, what you need to be focused on when you're first starting is you just need to be focusing on getting 7 appointments per week. Now, the number 7 might seem like a lot at face value, but let's kind of break that down. So how should we be really breaking this down? So you need to be shooting for at least 5 consultations per week. And a consultation call is just when you're talking to a business owner for anywhere between 15 minutes to an hour, just talking about what they need with the services that you provide, and then giving them a quote by the end of that call. If you can get 5 per week, that is really going to be more than enough. Now, the reason why we're shooting for 5 is because I know that if you shoot for 5, you watching the video are probably going to hit 2 to 3. Now, if you can do 2 to 3 per week and you're closing at least 50% of the people who you speak to, you're going to be getting a client a week, right? Now, depending on the size of the client that you're getting, that's going to, can be anywhere between, you're adding an extra $500 per month every single week. And at the end of that month, you're going to have about $2,000 in recurring revenue if you can go and focus on getting 3 appointments every single week. Right, you do that for 3 months straight, you're going to be at $6,000 a month. Now, for most people, when they're starting their business, if they can get to $6,000 per month in under a year, you're doing better than probably about 99.9% of business owners, right? Because most businesses go out of business. And most times, like, people when they're first starting, even the ones that are successful, like the most money they make like in a year is like $20,000 when they're first starting out. So if you can do better than that, just by avoiding the stuff that holds most people back, it's going to allow you to be able to grow. Okay, now a good example, this is my student, who's a good example? Probably like Mike or JT. Well, probably JT would probably be a better example of this. So JT, when he was first getting started, he was really having trouble finding people because he wanted to go the industry route or the niche specific route where he was going to speak specifically to, like, his niche was on nonprofits. And for most people, whenever they try and niche down, it's very hard for them to get calls. So for him, he had to start learning how to utilize, like, his main platform of choice was Facebook, as well as the second option we're going to talk about in a minute. So the second thing you need to be focused on is getting at least 2 calls with potential referral partners every single week. Now, the reason why, so Bryce, so why are we shooting for 5 client consultations but only 2 referral calls? Because a referral partner is not like a linear event. It's not like you speak to one referral partner, then you get 1 client. In a lot of cases, if you get the right referral partners, they can give you 5, 10, 15 clients. And 15 clients is not like an exaggeration. For example, Mike, he was meeting with this one individual who is kind of like a business consultant for e-commerce companies. And that person just signed a deal with this e-commerce organization that's giving about 90 businesses. So 90 different e-commerce businesses are inside of that organization, and they all need accounting and bookkeeping help, right? So what he did was he took 9 people that he just happened to be friends with, and he's splitting them amongst 10 to 15 companies each. So one of my students, I told him, hey, go and speak to this individual. Here's how you go and breach that gap. Here's how you go build that trust. Here's how you actually go talk to the person so that they know exactly, like, that they should trust you, that you're actually a good person who they'd like to do business with. And that person signed on to actually refer 10 to 15 clients in the next, probably about the next 2 weeks. Right, and these e-commerce companies are anywhere between $1 million to about $25 million per year in revenue. So these are some really, really nice sized clients, right? So that's why I'm only telling you guys to go after like 1 to 2 referral partners per week, because if you do this correctly and you can actually spend your time building those referral relationships and really networking, that's going to really grow your business more long term. But in the beginning, when you're first starting out, you generally need money, and you're generally trying to go and get clients really fast. So if you can go and get more client calls and you do referral calls, it's going to allow you to be able to go and grow really quickly. And then while you're still doing the referral piece at the same time, it's going to allow you to be able to create that long-term just reciprocity and that long-term inflow of clients. So once you start getting busy from the outbound, you actually don't need to do as many outbound activities. You don't need to do as many like client consultations. They'll just start cold calling you. They'll be like, hey, you know, Marissa told me to reach out to you and blah, 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 because you're the person who helped me with this thing, this thing, this thing. Then you can have a 15-minute call, and it doesn't have to be like you're selling them very hard because they already want to work with you. And that's when the business starts really, really getting easy. So that's why if you can focus on those two things, it's going to allow you to be able to grow your business significantly faster than, you know, most people who actually start a business. So those two things, okay? 5 consult calls per week, 2 referral partner calls per week. That's all you need, and you'll be able to kind of grow. Now, if you've been having trouble, like where to actually find 5 people every single week, right? That's about 250 business owners a year if you were able to do this consistently for a year. So we have a lot of other business, a lot of other videos on the channel that just breaks down marketing, like how to use social media, how to go and do networking, how to go and do referral partners. Just there's so much information on this channel that shows you step by step what to do. But if you want to avoid all the trial and error that kind of goes with that, and you just want to get direct help, go ahead and click on the link either above or below the video. It's going to take you to a call to book a call with me, and then we're basically just going to say, hey, so what are you missing in your business? Like, what does this actually look like for you to go and win? Okay, where are you now? Where do you want to go? What does that process and that path look like specifically for you? Okay, because on these videos, they're really great, and you can just like piece it together and you can make a lot of money. But if you want more direct help, you want something more custom and tailored to you, it'd probably be the best for you to go and book a call with me so I can actually directly speak into your situation and make sure you know exactly what you're doing. And if it makes sense, we can even work together long term to accomplish your goals. So if you want some help, go ahead and click on the link either above or below the video, and I'll see you inside. Talk to you. Have a good one.